Good afternoon, everyone. That's better. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Top Awards and to the Rodeo Awards. I'm Ann Fornshell, the Deputy Director of Human Resources, and I'll be your MC for the first part of this afternoon's program. I hope everyone had an opportunity to tour the booths and to see the equipment at TeamUP. I'm sure many of you also enjoyed watching some of our expert drivers in the rodeo competition. This is the 7th year that the two events have been combined, and the synergy created by the pairing has given both events new life. I'd like to thank OCSEA, our partner in TeamUP ODOT since 1999, and the rodeo since 1998, who provided the donuts and the food for the cookout. And the proceeds from the sale of the food will be donated to the combined charitable campaign and enhanced lifestyles. Thank you, President Chris Mabe. This year, there was more equipment at TeamUP than ever before. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Doug Burke, Equipment Management, Dean Lansing, Maintenance Administration, and Jill Martindale, Statewide Planning and Research, for their efforts in bringing new and innovative equipment to TeamUP. Thank you. We'd also like to give thanks to the TeamUP Planning Committee, Carol Schubert and Jessica Korn from the Office of Employee Development and Lean, Cheryl Bartolone, OCSEA, Betsy Brown, District 9 P&E, Margaret Smith, CAD and Mapping, Dean Lansing, and Scott Lucas from Maintenance Administration. In addition, we had over 30 volunteers from Central Office and Districts 5, 6, and 9, including both bargaining unit and exempt employees. Some of these people have been volunteering at TeamUP ODOT for 15 years or more. I remember them from way back in the day, and it was great to see the familiar faces. And let's not forget the guys from Guernsey County, District 5, who bring the grill and cook the hot dogs for us every year. Good food always brings people together. Let's give everyone a round of applause. Our first speaker this afternoon is OCSEA President Chris Mabe. Chris?
Thank you very much, and how's everybody doing this afternoon?
Great.
I just come down, as you all know or may not know, as elected to the state employee seat at OPERS January this year, and I find it interesting that every meeting we have talking about something that we all really need to be engaged in. I mean, whether you're management or labor, we all have one vested interest in state employment, and that's pension, that's retirement systems. And sometimes, you know, even as we're going through contract negotiations and we go through snow and ice, we go through our difficulties here and there, we always agree to disagree and move on because we have that one thing in common. And I think it's something that we all need to focus on in our future. We need to consistently talk about the importance of public sector work and what we do for society. Public sector workers do things because it's the right thing to do. We don't create value for shareholders and profit for companies. We take care of society's needs. That's what we do, and we do it best. As I travel up and down the roads in the state of Ohio and been around the nation on many highways and byways, I can attest to what you and we all do together in the Department of Transportation in Ohio, and that's sustain. We've done more in the state of Ohio than any other state in this nation, working together, forging a future, making sure we have sustainability of our roadways, projects, construction, and safety. Those are the things that we do. When you reflect back when I spoke about retirement systems just a few minutes ago, a lot of people really don't realize in the state of Ohio, we have over 413,000 people in the OPERS system. We have almost 250,000 retirees inside our system itself. And that's why I once again want to reflect on the importance of what we do, not only in ODOT, but every state agency and everyone that works for public sector work. We have to consistently be out in the forefront and tell society what we do for society. That's keeping the roadways safe, the water clean, the air breathable. That's what we have to maintain, and we have to tell them why we do it. A lot of challenges we've been faced with over the past few years, and I'm sure there's going to be many in the future, but I know working together with the men and women in this room, With the agencies, as we've been for decades, we will forge a successful future together. I appreciate everything that you do. I always appreciate the opportunity to speak at this Team Up. Had a lot of chances and time to go around and see the district Team Ups, and it's always a learning experience for myself and many others. Thank you once again for your time, and God bless you for everything you do. Be safe this winter in snow and ice, please.
And our next speaker is ODOT Director Jerry Ray. Director Ray.
Thank you. Thank you. Excellence is breaking out all over at ODOT. People are cooperating across county lines and district lines, cooperating with central office, being creative, being far more productive than they have in the past. When we talk about being productive in production, it's about doing things better, faster, and cheaper, not just cheaper. Sometimes in the public sector, I believe that people get caught up with the notion of doing everything the cheapest way you can do it. The cheapest way you can do it is seldom the best way. What we're doing at the Department of Transportation is looking for value. If you do a better job, a higher quality job, and you do it faster, and you pay a little more over the life of that project or that job, it's going to be the cheapest way. It's going to be the best way. So what we're doing at the Department of Transportation is looking for the best value, the best return on investment. We have so many talented, capable people at the Department of Transportation. People with creativity and ingenuity and ability to create innovation, imagination, and there's no limit to what they can accomplish if we give them freedom to create that better, faster, cheaper. Those of you of us and those of you who are managers or leaders, your job is to enable, to empower, to help folks do a better job. The last thing you want to be as a manager is a lid on your own organization. We are paid to make things happen, not prevent things from happening. When you come to something like this and you talk to folks from other counties and other districts and central office, you find out that they're doing things different. They may be doing it better. Go to your leadership and say, we want to try this, or we need this piece of equipment. Make sure that management is not a lid on the organization. Make sure management is freeing up the talent of the people in this room and the others in ODOT to do the best they can to do things better, faster, and cheaper. And unabashedly, without shame, whenever you're at something like this or any other kind of meeting, you see somebody doing something right, steal it. For heaven's sakes, don't just go back and say, wow, they're doing a great job over there. Steal it. Find out what kind of equipment they're using. Find out who trained them. Find out if they can come and train you. We've got some of that going on at ODOT right now. We have people from one district going to another district to train people on how to do certain operations. When people are creative, when they're accomplishing things, when they're productive, they're having fun. And when people are creative, they're accomplishing things, and they're productive, and they're having fun, that becomes contagious. And that's a great thing to happen. That's when your organization begins to buzz. That's when you begin to be vibrant and have an organization that's going to win the championship or be the best or whatever that might be. Everybody benefits and good things happen when we involve everyone, we set goals together, we work together, and we respect one another. All of those things are choices that we can make. Congratulations to all the winners at TeamUP and the rodeo winners, particularly District 9. District 9 is our big winner at TeamUP. Let's go ahead, give them a round of applause. We got time. And welcome. I thank you for being here, for your attendance and your participation. Welcome to TeamUP.
Our next speaker is Scott Thompson, District 9 Ellis Coordinator and member of the United States Marine Corps Reserve. Welcome, Scott.
Okay. First off, I'd like to say thank you for this opportunity to talk today. I truly appreciate it because there are a lot of other individuals who are more deserving of this. I am Scott Thompson. I work in District 9's Planning Department where I am their Ellis Coordinator. And I served 5 years in the United States Marine Corps Reserves as a member of Lehman Company 325 here in Columbus, Ohio. When I was asked to talk, I wasn't real sure what to talk about. I was pretty much given free rein, and they said I could talk about experiences or lessons I've learned, so I'm going to go the easy route and talk about lessons I've learned. So I'll try to keep it short and sweet for you. The first major lesson I've learned is the importance of accountability. Being able to accept responsibility for your actions and the actions of others, it makes you a better individual. Accountability is pretty much pounded into your head from the first second you get to boot camp, and it never leaves. You're held accountable for every action of your own, all your equipment and personal gear, as well as the actions for the individuals around you. And if you fail to uphold that, they show you very fast that you failed to. The second major lesson I've learned in the military is your situation is what you make of it. One of the most famous quotes in the Marine Corps came from the fighting during the Trojan Reservoir when it said, "They're on our right, they're on our left, they're in front of us and they're behind us. They can't get away from us now." So you got to know how to make the best out of your situation. Adapting this mindset makes your life a whole lot better. For instance, there are days when my job absolutely drags, but I think I could be standing in front of a barrel, stirring it as the diesel fuel and other nasty stuff is burning. So my job really isn't too bad. The last lesson I will talk about is the value of diversity and expanding your own horizons. Growing up in a small farm community in southern Ohio, you're not exposed to a lot of diversity outside of breeds of livestock. So being thrown into the melting pot that is the military was a culture shock. I've had the privilege of working with people from every walk of life, from the inner cities and country bumpkins from the hills of West Virginia and Kentucky. So it's been a real honor. And I've also got to experience local civilians in Afghanistan, as well as working with military members from multiple African nations. So it's truly eye-opening when you get to experience these things, and makes you appreciate your own life a whole lot more. I won't drag on, because frankly, you don't want to hear me talk, but I would like to leave you with a quote from General James Mattis that he figured summed up his 4 decades in the military. He said, "Now from a distance, I look back on what the Marine Corps has taught me. To think like men of action, to act like men of thought, and to live life with intensity and a passion for excellence." Thank you.